大丈夫そう。回線も大丈夫そう。一応グリーンだわ。一応。I'm to go. 準備でいいよ。いつでも行ける。モンスンス。Okay. Okay. できる。あ、リアル、なんか、会話がマシになってるな。あいい感じのお別れだな。ギリのお父さんと。よかったー。おー。うんふん。わあ、綺麗。お、ウィングランド、イングランドへ。イェイ。Finally。ロゴが来た。The logo has come. Nice. Finally, bitch. Finally. Fucking finally. お、これ going リアルワールドに行くんだ。お、お、かっこいい。お、あ、うわ、うわ、ライダー、キック、ライダーパンチ。熱そう。誰だろう、これ。誰だろう、こいつ。またライダー。うわ、タバコ吸ってる。これライラじゃん。This is Layla. Damn, this on drugs and smoking. Damn, this been different than the last time. This different than the last time. Oh my god. あ、前回のやつがまだ still haunting him, haunting her. I didn't really play the last time though, but I got the ending spoiler. あのエンディングのネタバレが見つかったけどな。確か。コロナ。ああ、damn。そっか。デズモンのおかげでもあるな、これ。ああ、ショーンだ。It's Sean. We saw him last time in the syndicate. We didn't even get to see him in the Odyssey. これ、エイボーか。結構でかくね、こいつ。これ、アメリカ？イングランドじゃねえな。アメリカっぽい。確かアメリカ気がする。ネタバレと、ネタバレの方聞いたらさ。ちょっと探検するか。お、これトイレ。昔のトイレじゃん。そうだろうな。俺も、そうと思うよ。ヒドゥンブレード持っていないな、今。あ、ちょっと待って。Not yet. Oh, that means we're going to somewhere. That means, I mean, if we, I mean, なんか、アメリカにいたらさ、多分あれじゃね？俺たち、デズモンドの下に誰か見つかるかも。あれ人工衛星のメディア？流星なの？怖っ。マジか。ずいぶん環境が変化しつつあるな。っていう。これやばくね？リブートされちゃう。あ、he looks like Indians. ああ、やっぱライラーだな。あ、レベッカ。It's Rebecca. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Just wait, baby. I'm gonna talk somebody first. Check all around the place. Got it. Ah, ah. Layla. ああ、だろうな。アメリカだろうな。ノースアメリカ。北のアメリカ。北米。ははは。ああ。あ、そうだね。そうだね。やっぱ、デズモンドの問題と同じか。Strange message, an audio fragment sent from an unknown location to our encrypted servers. Nothing was stolen, nothing corrupted, just quit, deposit, and code gone. Lucky this time. So what is it? A cryptic sound file, voice unknown, with a signal beneath it. Always a code led us to precise spot here in England. We ducked and good lord, we struck gold. Well, silver, dominant current currency in the dark ages. Point is, there was a great site, a Norse warrior dating to the late 9th century, early 10th century AD, a few centuries before the earliest known settlements. This big news, if we have it right. Question remain: how did these bones get here and why? Evil. Yeah. Okay, let's use the laptop. なんかこういうなんかさ、隠しメッセージがある。Just pretty much hidden message, right? Might be. Come on, man. Let me open. あ、これね。Rebecca, before we meet at the site, I want you to see this. Last week, I reviewed the logs from my time with Bayek and came across some old notes. In the years I explored Cleopatra's Egypt, I stumbled across 6 temples, most of which were buried beneath pharaonic tomb sites. This might be boring, but keep going with me. 英語にするか。いや、か。本語苦手なんだもんな。こっちの方が読みやすいかな。Temple contained an issue message clearly meant for one with the ability to read genetic memories. I was the lucky one. I don't believe they were intended for Bayek himself, as he seemed wholly unaware of the message, as the plate may have been encoded in a way that only someone with an animus could see them. It's been a few years since I last heard this message, so my memory is foggy. But the notes I scribbled down have clarity that I trust. Might be something to all this. I don't know. I grasp out of my area of expertise. I'm enthusiastic, but often wrong. Let me know if something else strikes you. It's one layers upon layers of reality. It's blurring into the next, which is real on and which is not. What if none are real? What if everything you know is false? We ran thousands of simulations searching for the right version, searching for Desmond. One of them felt real, but there's no way of truly knowing it's there. For sure, anything can be simulated, and finding the answer could mean erasure. Erasure. Using the assassin maxim, nothing is true. Must be careful not to confuse truth with facts. However, a language game you will always lose, though we may stumble in our attempts to interpret it, interpret it, the world, the universe. reality, what have you, is it always out there. I believe that's simulated or no. But imagine a dozen trusted simulations, each one on the level of itself would constitute a full reality. Wolfram, via convey its justice, the universe is giant cellular automata. And further, this point where the difference between simulated and real is meaningless. If the universe were simulation, what will it matter? The simulation qua simulation itself will be real, and therefore everything within it will be real within the confines of the simulation. Say, scientists were able to simulate pain by inducing only a few neurons to fire no physical harm. I'm in pain. Subject says no. You only believe you are, says the scientist. This is meaningless as this is mistaken. You thought you were in pain, but you were mistaken. Okay. Next. SH2. Was surprised you were designed to have boundaries. After all, it cannot speak of that which one cannot conceive. The code, equations that define life, they are nestled deep within every star and every mote of dust. Every second that passes is a word, symbol, or part of an intricate yet simple language existing within the framework of time itself. It is the one rule which applies to you as all, immutable, inescapable. We know this. Humans were the instruments of an earlier species, to resist the temptation to stay superior, different. They were better, suited to some tasks, or suited to others. Test of a mind that we cannot know about. That doesn't get us anywhere. It's like in Isu, what it's like to be bad. The implication that Isu could read time is interesting. If humans could read time, would it necessarily be in the same manner for the same purpose? Whether constructed or evolved or a little, both, as we are, cannot be said been built to achieve the same ends. A round disc on its edge is a wheel, on its side a blade. How we use something can often determine its value and its perceived purpose. I see. Break the code, break the code. This was tell of a tragic story. A story we transcribe on our structures, on our artifacts. Story we call it alter. Mystery dividing us in plain sight. We tried our scholar and scientists, poets, physicists, right minds, rebellious heart. They all tried to help bring about change. They we all failed. None could change what we discovered. The story is written into walls of these rooms. The reader has no power, but he is but an observer. But the author invents the future. The author owns the future. Global catastrophe, a supervolcanic event paired with mass coronal ejection, was the beginning of the end for the East. It changed Earth's environment. I lowered its available oxygen levels and generally fucked things up. The issue never recovered. By our estimations, the last remaining issue died just a century after the catastrophe. From that point forward, humans, their creation, ruled the roost. This disaster was an unforeseen. Its scientists had known about their impending doom for years, perhaps decades. Before the catastrophe occurred, protect themselves, they work feverishly to find a solution. 6 methods they tried, but due to the combination of hubris, political infighting, and bad luck, all 6 failed. The final method proved the most promising. It was nearly complete when the tragedy struck. It was the method that Desmond Miles revived when he saved the world. Wait, he was revived? Second soul of later in December 2012. Wait, Desmond is alive. What the fuck? That's yes. 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 Yes! His voice laments the compound failure of their species to save themselves. But the truth is broader than David Desmond saved us. That's the fair. And this message, break the code, insistent and very puzzling. Ooh, there's a lot of it. Message 4. Linear continuity is a simulation that allows for vari- variations. Within the linear continuity, there are nodes, points, moments where algorithms converge the flows of superposed possibilities to a single moment where only one absolute truth is possible. Paths are fluid, continuous. Nodes are static, changeless, and the wave function collapses the path into nodes which branch out again and again and again. Can you feel the wave collapsing, trying to course correct this one's act of deviance, and incoming nodes needs the world to end? Algorithms have been carving the flow of possibilities toward that end for over 100 years now. Collapse the wave. Well, outside my area of expertise, must contact someone who knows this shit better. But what it seems to be saying, the structure of space-time, the universe is built such a way and such a way that certain events or clusters of events are compelled to occur. A bottleneck through which space-time flows, and one nearly impossible to avoid. There's something there's something about this catastrophe, the one Desmond averted in 2012, that compelled it to return, indifferent to our fear or pain. The tidal wave rippling across the sea of space crashed once against the dike, Yeonju, and that stopped for a time. But the sea rears back for another strike, and another. That gives some clarity to is what is happening now all around us. It remains unclear how to change it, especially from within an animus. Simulation within a simulation? That's just fucked up. No, let me read first. Message 5. Reality is a mathematical model which gets solved over and over again by the observer. Your thoughts are computation and they render this world for you to call your own. Not all processes are alike. Different brains produce different realities. The variety, the the variations go from subtle to the drastic. Your mind defines how much you can taste, how much you can feel, how much you can understand. Perception defines perspective. We design you and made sure, engineer your senses so you could perceive what we needed you to, neither more or no less. There are parts of time we preferred you to remain blind. It was necessity. We could suddenly see time that wouldn't guarantee the same perception that the East possessed. Let us speak of time as an entity. We may let us say that time is perceivable fact in the same way that light is perceivable fact. The ability to see this fact in no way guarantees sympathetic view. There are creatures stumbling around this earth that read light differently than we do. And for all different purposes, humans see in a well-known spectrum. Roy G. B. 4? The sense of color combines the three cones we possess, yet nocturnal creatures see with a different scope for a different purpose. Like stalking, hunting, lurking, they evolve in concert with their needs and are not constrained by them, as are we. Light is only a fact in sense used differently by different species. Yes, that we might read time is to imply we have a specific use for a lot. Next Shit. Got a drink. Fuck. Next chapter is unstoppable, and yet the greatest revolutions sometimes originate from the confines of impossibility. Do they not? Reality is simulation. Break the code, and in doing so doing, escape the inescapable. The animus was humankind's first unconscious attempt to explain what it could not see. Understanding genetic memories and eye into history. Your animus is different, as it's in the mind. Imagine it. Escape the code, it could make that leap and make a possible decision and devise orders the things that are. It is ridiculous. Imagine that I could change the nature of reality out there from within confines of an animus, a simulation within this so-called simulation. I believe I understand what this voice is telling me. My animus is endowed with the ability to suggest alterations to day long past. From any moment in time, I can extrapolate what might have been. Calculations of time. I'm not confined to what was, but what could have been. Yes, history is real. Facts do matter. From any moment in time I choose within the animus, I can interrogate the memory. I can ask the world, what if Bayek and Aya had stayed together? What if Temu hadn't been murdered? I can suggest these hypotheticals and watch how they unfold. Why would I want to? For knowledge, for a better understanding of what tragedies were avoided. Remains to be seen. I'm, in a sense, reader of the calculations the issue were in days past. Perhaps one day I will be able to harness talent to see into the future, to predict, to correct, to avoid. That will be more something. Finally, what else is my pictures? Ah, well, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. What is one? Wait, what? Let me open that. Well, let's continue. Or is it staff of Hermes? Hermes is Megistus. No quiet from the Eagle Bearer, Cassandra 2018. Presumed manufacture date late in the Isu Singularity Age. This is 100 BCE, 200 to 2200 E. Okay, what the fuck is that? The staff, one of many issue staffs known to us, is first and foremost medical device with the ability to heal, repair, restore, and rejuvenate organic tissues with unprecedented swiftness. It has been known to extend the life of its bearer well beyond the average human and its lifespans. It is presumed ability to resuscitate living creatures in critical or suspended states. It hasn't been verified if the staff has the ability to resurrect death, but it seems unlikely based on its known features. It appears to work by reading and copying its bearer's DNA to ensure perfect replication on a broad scale. It is able to detect erroneous copies and deploy repairs, so as long as its bearer remains within the direct contact. Alright, Cassandra lived until 2008. It appears to work has been used as a weapon infrequently, possibly by taking advantage of tremendous power it draws from the Isu's wireless energy lattice. That also acted as conduit or container for the personality of an Isu called Alethea. Alethea. It's not known if this personality is Alethea original consciousness or a simulation of the original. Don't most neuroscientists would call this distinction without difference. As of early 2019, the entity known as Alethea has made no further attempts to contact me. As yet, my purpose as the so-called of memories, as Alethea has dubbed to me, remains unclear. I'm sorry. いつ error. はいはいはい。Oh my god. Wait, is that Desmond? Let's play this one. Shit. That goosebump. 鳥肌立ってるわ。Shit. 誰だろう。怖っ。怖っ。あはあはあはあは。Yes. そうだね。Yeah. It's about あの、そう、自由。そうだね。矛盾してるね。写真の家族に、家系に生まれた子は。いや、そうだね。いや、もうクラッシュ。いや、まあまあまあまあね。まあね。そうだね。あれ、民主主義だわ。まあね。それは、まあ、アメリカを見ろ。まあね、義務感が強いかも。アサシンのかけりは。ああ、まあ、進歩しないだろう。まあね。まあね、アサシンの賭けに入アサシンの賭けに育ていない方は、まあね、その選択肢があった。だから、デズモンド。 まあね、デズモンドは、選択肢がなかった。アサシンの家系に生まれたからさ、逆に、まあ、なんていうかだね、ショーンは、そういう選択肢が、まあ、アサシンの家系に生まれていなくて、で、どういう生き方か選べるじゃん。だから、そういうなんか、信念が、はい、これは、ショーンとライラ。Fair enough. Shame the plus backing to the 2012 from the Desmond death. Shame. Altair. Ezio. Ezio. ええ。これか、アサシンクロニクルの前のやつが来る。アニメーションのやつ。Probably. そうだね。あ、アナ。お、エドワード。エドワード。のおじいさま。そう。エドワード・カンウェイ。可能性がある。ああ、そっか。じゃあ、ライダーは、そら、それついている可能性はあるな。もっと高い可能性が。 Yeah.うーん、そっかそっか。前の、そうカノル、結局あれだわ、あるんだな。カノルとあれのレコード。I'll corrupt it. Uh, and Bibor. Name is Layla Hassan. I was a friend and colleague of Victoria's. Both at up there go, oh, this is Victoria from the movie. Yeah, 映画のやつ、例の映画。And all the time I knew and work with your daughter. I was always struck by her limitless intelligence, her humor, and her ability to focus, even in the times of great stress. She was an inspiration not just to me, but all those who work with her. I'm writing to you now with the hope of shedding some light on the circumstances of her death. I realize it must be strange to receive a letter out of the blue from someone whose name you've probably never heard, but of offering explanation to tragic loss of one so dear, but if you'll allow me, I'll try. I was with your daughter in the moments leading up to the unfortunate incident that took her life. In fact, I'm partly to blame for. Wait, oh no, no, this is Victoria from the, yes, from the Origins. Layla, I should tribes about England backs, and I thought you might want to keep your eyes open for a few things. That's in burial. Or the hidden ones, more accurately. They operated in the Roman Britain between the years 143 BCE. It's unclear, not clear why they left, but the final date corresponds roughly to the Roman exodus from Britain. I imagine their living had something to do with the empire's retreat. Messina mission accomplished or loss of faith. Not sure, but we don't know that it was several hundred years before the hidden one returns once returned to the island. It may be Basim and Hytham are the first in half century. From our own archives, I believe there were six main bureaux operating in the Roman period. Leicestershire, Leicestershire, London, Winchester, York, Essex, Gloucestershire. This won't be the Saxon name, so you'll have to read between lines. Animus and Anomalis. Notice this about 10 embedded simulation. There are dense clusters of the data that may screw with your ability to navigate AVO's memories. Approach with caution. We don't know what they'll do if you get too close. They may be harmless. They may be induce capital shock or wipe your mind. I'd say best to side of hell no, but if you're curious, well, I want you. Pieces of Eden. We don't know any issue artifacts you should be looking for specifically, but they're out there. This was a period where they have often crop up in legend. Norse and Saxon songs tell speak of them. Keep your eyes peeled, especially around Stonehenge. How could that not be an issue site? Yeah, they're definitely an issue site. And check it. Anime's session report, date November 2014. Rebecca Cran, Sean Hastings, reporter William Miles. Preface: the transformation of the Order of the Ancients into the Templar as we know them today has always been subject of considerable debate among our ranks. We have operated with the assumption that Templars themselves had some or complete knowledge of this evolution, but at present no concrete historical evidence has ever made it into our hands. What little data we data we do have is mostly made of public record, with some exceptions. It's commonly understood that the origin of the Knights Templar dates back to the 1119 BC CE, and this indeed was the appearance of public face of the Templars. However, our records attest to the existence of Templar agents at least 2 centuries before this date. In one badly documented an assassin contract from Normandy in the mid 11th century, the author makes free of the use of the term Templar. An earlier letter, this time from a hidden one, the region modern day of Dorset, circa 978 CE, makes mention of a Templar spy within the ranks of the Brotherhood. From this, we can safely assume that Templar Order as an entity distinct from the Order of the Ancients existed at some point in mid-10th century. With an aim to expand our understanding of this dark age, whatever our agents recently volunteered to delve into his genetic memories to search for further clues to this age-old mystery. Unfortunately, what he discovered was of a little use for our purpose. John Hastings began the first of his 7th session on October 5th, 2014. Over the course the next 3 weeks, he followed various matrilineal and patrilineal lines to the past, focusing onto the 9th and 10th and 11th centuries in search of assassins and old Templars in his bloodline. We find none of minor interest, however, was the following personage here noted for the peculiarity of his biography. Ulrich Thorvaldsson, an early 19th century Jew who sailed north from the modern-day Denmark with a wooden plank bearing a carving map of that purported to mark the location of Thor's hammer. Ulrich made it as far as Stavanger before running full of a power clan there. Ulrich was defeated in a battle and enthralled as a slave. He escaped his captivity some 10 years later and returned to Jutland and to marry and settle down. The location of Ulrich maps is unknown, and existence of the Thor's hammer, a precursor relic, no doubt remains unconfirmed. Ulrich successor will later sail into England following the Normans' conquest of the island, settling in what is called Loughborough in modern-day Leicestershire. The irony that a man named Hastings would contain no useful genetic memory data regarding the Norman invasion of England in 1066 was lost on our dear subject. Still, he retained his usual chipper wit, asked if he might next relive the genetic memories of his grandfather. To quote Gibbon Azzy, blocking. Damn, that's a lot. Oh, this is from Rami Hassan to Layla Hassan, May 5th, 11, 2020. Subject, reply, no. Thanks for clearing that up in such profound detail. I'm sure I'll sleep soundly now. Ram. From Layla to Rami, May 10, 2020, to 8:30 a.m. Subject, no, I don't have COVID. What the fuck? It's COVID. Now I'm well isolated. It's just 3 of us traveling together, staying outside. Oh. Damn, this is a lot. I'm still freaking reading just. Ah, cares. I don't like the sound of this. I don't like what is letting not using phones isn't the right way to ease my mind. You have my number. I suggest you call it. May 20, suffering for a while. From Rami to Layla. No, I know I won't say hello to our parents for you, because doing so will bury me in questions I cannot answer. Tell father that you no longer work for Abstergo will break his heart. That's all he ever talks about, how his daughter is on the cutting edge of neuroscience. The man doesn't understand the first thing about what you did or what you or did, and still proud will not be the one to disappoint him. Is it COVID? Is that why you're being cagey? Something else? Call him, call me. Don't stop this insane game of hide and seek. I just want to know that you are safe. From Layla to Rami, May 1st, 2021, 29 a.m. Subject, suffering for a while. Rami, forgive the short email I wanted to call, but I'm not using my phones right now and my time is limited. The recovering by my trip, things got out of hand and nothing went as expected. People got hurt. I told you it was for research. It wasn't for not for the Aptego. The truth is I haven't walked them for a few years. It's a long story. I won't bother you with the details, but it wasn't for me. Leave it that at that. The group I'm with now I can explain not over email, but they've shown me things, given me opportunities, and opened my eyes to a broader view, but not without cost. In fact, I fucked up last year, bad, more than once. I need to make it right. And all this, I know all this sounds cryptic, but it is. But I'm not in danger, not in the way you might think. If I'm being vague, it's because I need to be. I don't want any data sniffers picking up keywords that might raise alarms. They sound paranoid little. Here's the point. Don't worry about me. I'm with a couple of people I trust now. Who I trust now. They've been all this a lot longer than I have, and they're going to see through this. I promise. This time next year, things will be better. Skies will be clear. The earthquake will stop, and we'll celebrate the Ramadan. Oh, so Layla is Muslim. Oh, I didn't know that. Skies will be clear. What? Damn, dude, Absolutely did such a good job. I'm like, currently, like France have this thing about uh the racist Islamic kind of things, right? Damn. Tell Mama and Baba I miss them. That I'm doing fine. Says L. L. Damn. Unknown sender to Layla Hassan. January 19, 2020. 10:37 a.m. Subject. Subject. Reply. Next steps. Good. Layla. Unknown sender. I'm ready. Unknown sender. Layla. Next steps. L. One last message, after which all communication between us via this account or any other will cease. We have our ways of stalking methods that cannot be sniffed or traced. Your previous team made this mistake. They knew the risks. They were sloppy, left traces of their activity on everything. Digital fingerprints everywhere. That will not happen to us. My colleagues tell me that the initial meeting went well. They are impressed, a little wary of the influence of your new toy has on you. But they knew better than most of it. In a few weeks' time, we'll contact you once more. All right. No, no, no. If a little wary of the influence. Yeah, I mean, no one's watching. Who cares? I'm doing this, reading a story. But no, but they know better than most what it means to live with such burden. I'm curious to know more about this air of memories epithet. It is not a phrase we have heard in all our decades of research. In a few weeks' time, we'll contact you once more if you are interested in proceeding. following our instruction for to the letter. If you're not interested or if you break any of our protocols, this will be the last time you hear from us. Take this to heart. World is sick and getting sicker. The Earth's magnetic field is growing stronger. Satellites are falling from the sky. Earthquakes are getting more frequent. Famines are becoming more and more frequent. And now we have credible reports of a new and deadly virus sweeping through Asia. That feel we are living through Yitzian nightmare. A mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. Many ways we are, but there's hope, there's a cure. Us. In the past few months, we have come across something that may help us solve our most pressing problems. A message, a very promising message that may help us reverse the dire course we are on. If you want to be part of the solution, join us. If not, we wish you best of the luck. Wait. Unknown sender to Layla Hassan, December 2007 to December 27, 2019. Oh, wait, my God. What you did, you have a gift and a curse. A gift of the old blood, the curse of not understanding. You can help it if you find us. What you did isn't your fault, but you must take responsibility for it. Otherwise, nothing gets done. One of us will contact you. If you miss us, you miss your chance. Chance. Layla, unknown sender. Who the fuck is this? You. What's your favorite baseball team happen to be the Atlantic Eagles? That's kind of creepy. Yep. Let's get done with it. Fuck. I'm done. Shit. Makes me sleepy all think read all things of that. But well, I finished it in one way. Ah, Moss. No, no. Jesus, you're Muslim. Fuck. This is interesting. Jesus, no. Oh my god. Or you mean Alhamdulillah. No, Allah Akbar. Like that. Yep, let's go back. Finally, we're going back. Sorry. I mean, no one's watching, but still. Oh, you can skip it. Very convenient of animus. Oh shit, it is shaking. Play the audio. Yeah. 光るも Who's the mad one? Are we going to America? Well, the certain part is we're going to England, right?
See